DK Audio presents Grow Food for Free by Huw Richards, read by Huw Richards. Introduction. Imagine eating seasonal produce you've grown and harvested with your own hands as part of every meal. Imagine having unlimited access to your own greengrocers 365 days a year. And imagine growing food that costs next to nothing. These are not fantasies, but realistic aims and objectives, and I can assure you they are achievable. But how can I be so sure? Well, over the last 12 months, I've challenged myself to grow food for free, and now I want to pass on what I've learnt on that journey, including strategies to deal with any issues that may arise. I also offer different growing options, depending on whether your space is small or large, in the country or in the city, so you can choose what works best for you. Everything in this book has been tried and tested, and I hope that the information it contains gives you the confidence to grow food that tastes just as good as you imagined. Why cost is no obstacle. Over the years, I have heard a whole host of reasons why people are reluctant to start growing their own food, and one of the most common is that it's too expensive. I find it deeply saddening that this misconception persists in society, and that, as a result, so many people are not only put off, but are also missing out on a fantastic opportunity. Fired up by a strong desire to set the record straight, I've written this book with the intention of passing on all the information you need to grow food for free in a single location. Growing food for free involves basic gardening techniques, such as sowing and planting, but making a success of it requires you to look at things a little differently. Changing your mindset and seeing the value in what others might regard as trash is key. A broken pallet from a building site can be split and made into a compost bin. A box of empty milk cartons from a cafe will provide vital water storage. And a pile of cardboard outside a shop entrance is a perfect material for suppressing weeds around your crops. What does free mean? Before we get started on the growing journey, I feel it is important to set down my definition of free. To me, free means obtaining something without any money changing hands. A simple example would be exchanging seeds of a vegetable you don't like for those of one you'd much rather grow. And in this book, free doesn't mean for no effort, because let's get real here, it's impossible to grow food without putting in time and energy. Even foraging for wild food requires effort, as does buying food from a shop. Of course, money may make some tasks easier and save time, but there are ways to avoid spending if you are resourceful and open to opportunity. Taking small steps. Giving up too soon is the one thing that will prevent you enjoying free food in abundance. To prevent this happening and ensure successful outcomes, start slowly so you don't feel overwhelmed. Always split bigger projects into smaller, attainable goals and write down these smaller tasks in the form of a to-do list. By carrying out lots of smaller tasks when time permits and crossing them off the list, you begin to think of yourself as highly efficient and productive. Having made lots of small steps, you will feel you're constantly making great progress, and that will keep you motivated and on track. The power of barter. Now that I've explained my definition of free, I'd like to introduce you to what I believe is the best alternative out there to money, and that's the skill of bartering. The Oxford English Dictionary defines bartering as the exchange of goods or services for other goods or services without using money. What this straight-to-the-point objective definition can't describe is how powerful bartering can be when used as a framework for social interaction. Before monetary systems were developed, people traded by bartering goods and services, and each exchanged involved engaging with another person or group, which is what I love about it. How and what to barter? A key aspect of bartering is a lack of guidelines. There is no one-size-fits-all system. Bartering or swapping
Sample complete. Ready to continue?